Hello, dear students. Welcome. In today's class, we are going to learn uh, the first chapter, intercultural communication. Under the chapter of intercultural communication, this lesson comes. The title of this lesson is "Polite but Thirsty." This is an essay. It was written by Yaping Teng, one female writer from China. She has written this essay, "Polite but Thirsty." Especially Yaping Teng, a native of the peoples of Republic of China and bilingual education teacher in the United States. In the essay, uh, Yaping Teng describes the culture shock she and many of her Chinese students experience when she confronting new codes, values, and behaviors in the United States. Here, one writer from China, when she moves to America, and she has seen so much cultural differences in comparison with China and United States. Uh, so she has composed this article, composed this essay being based on this cultural differences between China and United States. Here, Yaping Tang focuses on cross-cultural differences between the United States and China, especially in verbal communication style. Here, Yaping Tang focuses on verbal communication style and the cross-cultural differences between China and United States in this essay, Polite but Thirsty. In this essay, Yaping Tang discusses reason for our bilingual students' culture shock and ways to facilitate adjustment to a new culture. Here, the writer has discussed about the various reasons for our bilingual students when she moves from China to America, and she has seen so much cultural diversity, so much cultural differences between the Chinese culture and American culture. Especially cultural differences between Chinese and American culture can be pointed out in the points here. Let's discuss the differences between Chinese and American culture. The first one is Chinese classrooms, the students are in proper discipline. There are certain norms and values of the classroom that they are not allowed to eat anything. That in American classroom, the students eat like in a canteen. As an Eastern students, it was really a strange experience and a great adventure to be adapted in the American classroom. So it shows this Chinese classroom looks very formal and American classroom looks very informal. That is the cross culture difference between Chinese and American culture. And the next one is the second fundamental differences that the writer noticed was the directness of the American people. They responded just in two ways, yes or no. They never show the so-called politeness, which is highly esteemed in Eastern culture, especially which is highly in Chinese culture. So that's the difference between American culture and Chinese culture. Then next one is the American people believe in informality. They break the hierarchies and treat every individual equally. They address even the professor by their first name without adding the titles sir and madam. But in Chinese society, in Chinese culture, in the Chinese school and college, university, they always show respect to the professor by adding titles sir and madam. But it is not that in America, in the US culture. The writer has noticed these differences between that is US culture and Chinese culture. And the next differences is that the Americans never hide their feelings when someone praises the food, the house, or the clothes, etc. But they rather accept it happily, which is very much rare in Eastern culture, especially in Eastern culture. In Chinese culture, when someone praises there, they think they may be flattering there. But in American people, when they are highly praised, they accept it and they take it and they become happy there. That is the culture in America, American culture. Then in the 5 points, the Americans open the gifts just in front of the guest. When the gifts is given to host, he opens it and prays by heart, but it is taken as uncivilized manner in the East, especially in Eastern culture, especially in Chinese culture. When someone gives a gift, then that person uh, doesn't open that gift in front of the person who has delivered to that person. So they keep it secretly and they open it very secretly. But in American culture, they do not do this. In Eastern culture, gifts given usually at the end of the parties. and they are open after the departure of the guest. That is the culture in Eastern culture, let's say in Chinese culture. But it's so much differences Chinese culture and American culture there. In American society, tipping system is highly popular. Tipping system, as well as it is taken as a necessary work in restaurant, especially after having snacks or something dinner breakfast, giving some amount of money to the person who is servicing there as a waiter, giving some amount, that is tipping system. But tipping system is uh, rarely practiced there, especially in China and Asian country, let's say. But it is a system in America, in American society. But in Eastern society, especially in China, tipping system is rarely practiced. So that is the differences between, that is American culture and Chinese culture. Especially here in Polite but Thirsty, Yapping Tang has described the differences between Asian culture and American culture, how a culture scenario are different from China to America. Yapping Tang has described in similarly, in this essay, the writer has discussed about, there are various stages of cultural adjustment when one new person moves to another country. What kind of cultural adjustment, what kind of cultural difficulties the person has faced there, uh, that can be discussed under this stage, the stage of cultural adjustment. The first one is honeymoon period, and next one is cultural shock and initial adjustment, mental isolation, acceptance and integration. These are the stages of cultural adjustment. Here we can see the first one is it's the honeymoon period. It shows initially everything seems new and exciting. People are fascinated by cultural differences and feels elated to be experiencing a new culture in the first one. And the second stage is cultural shock. That is after some time people often feel tired, anxious, frustrated, and homesick and annoyed by cultural differences and everyday problems such as language, housing, employment, and shopping. That is the second stage. And the third stage is initial adjustment. As people get to know the new language and culture better, they feel more hopeful, self-confident, and connected in the third stage. Then in the fourth stage, mental isolation will be there at this point. People have been away from their family and good friends for a long time and often feel lonely, isolated, angry, distressed, and find fault with the new culture. They frequently avoid contact with people from host culture and associate with fellow nationals and other foreigners. That is the stage of cultural adjustment. And the last one is acceptance and integration. And finally, after some time, people become more accustomed to the values, beliefs, and behaviors of new culture, accept them as just another way of life, and often start to enjoy them. Being more familiar with the new language and way of life and having a daily routine, they know what to accept and feel more at home. So that is, these are the 5 stages for cultural adjustment. Here we can see when someone moves to a new culture, how can the person face difficulties. These are the 5 stages of cultural adjustment. Then we go through this summary of this essay, Polite but Thirsty. Here, Yapping can describe the cultural shock that especially the writer has, she has herself experienced when she faced new codes, values, and behaviors in the United States. She has shared her experience as well through this essay. We see when someone moves from into one culture to another culture, then various stages has to various stages will be there. As we discussed earlier. So the writer has faced such things here. So here the writer has shown so much differences, cross-cultural differences between Chinese culture and American culture in this essay. As we discussed that is the main idea of this essay, Polite but Thirsty. Especially here, the American people, they believe in informality. They never hide their feelings. American open the gift just in front of the guest. American society tipping system is there. So such kind of things are not there in Asian culture, especially in Chinese culture. The writer has discussed there. So that is the all about this Polite but Thirsty. Uh, in this way, in this essay, Yapping Tang has tried to ease and problem of Chinese students in America. Our main intention is to reduce the cultural misunderstanding and enable the Chinese student to learn American culture before they come to America. So that is all about the Polite but Thirsty by Yapping Tang. Students, I hope you got the concept. If you have any confusion, don't forget, you can ask me, and you can put a comment on this video as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe this Versatile Learning Network. Hope to meet you in our next class, in next video. See you. Take care.